I, Gerard, the author of Your Guide to the 911, 999, 112 Global Emergency Services. Preface. Most people would like to think that they're good in a crisis and that if an emergency occurred, they'd just know what to do. The prevalence and the popularity of TV shows such as 999, What's Your Emergency, have provided some insight for the general public into the workings of the emergency services. However, how much you actually retain of the content of these shows is debatable and at best variable. Unfortunately for many people, they don't recognise the gaps in their knowledge of potentially life-saving information until it's too late. At the time of publishing, only 1 in 4 citizens knew the emergency services number for Europe. This book is designed to equip the reader with a working knowledge of the emergency services and how to deal with an emergency situation, including an understanding of how emergency services work anywhere in the world. Knowing how to use the global emergency services system can make the difference between life and death. This book is written for anyone who wishes to better understand the emergency services, anyone who wants to be prepared in case of an emergency, anyone who is concerned that they might not know what to do in case of an emergency either here or abroad, anyone with an interest in the emergency services, their systems or technology, anyone who would like the reassurance of having an emergency services reference guide to hand either at home or abroad, anyone who wishes to understand better the emergency services. Chapter 1. About the emergency services. What do we mean when we say emergency? According to dictionary.com, an emergency is defined as a sudden, urgent, usually unexpected occurrence or occasion requiring immediate action. Number 2, a state, especially of need for help or relief created by some unexpected event. Whilst this describes accurately the state of emergency, it doesn't help us with defining the severity of a situation that merits being termed an emergency, where a full and accurate understanding of this is essential for proper use of the emergency services. In terms of accurately defining what is and isn't an emergency, it is helpful to think in terms of whether the situation poses an immediate risk to health, life, property or the environment. Most emergencies require urgent intervention either by another person or specifically a representative of the emergency services to prevent the situation becoming worse. Although situations where this is not possible, e.g. the aftermath of a robbery, can also sometimes require the emergency services. As we discussed earlier, while some emergencies are self-evident, e.g. a critically injured person, many smaller incidences require the subjective opinion of an observer or affected party in order to decide whether it qualifies as an emergency. In order for the emergency services to function effectively, it is essential for you to be able to make an assessment in a logical and a systematic way that limits the subjectivity of your decisions, thereby avoiding time wasting. In a similar vein, it is also important that your rational assessment system is capable of alerting you to what situations meet the criteria for a genuine emergency in order for you to take swift action and prevent any further deterioration of the crisis you are dealing with. We've put together a quick reference checklist to help you make a calm and a rational assessment. Is there any immediate threat to life, health, property or the environment? Has the situation already caused loss of life, health detriments, property damage or environmental damage? Is there a high probability, as in it is likely, not it may, might, possibly, of the situation escalating to cause an immediate threat to life, health, property or the environment? If you have ticked any of the above, then you may have an emergency on your hands. Types of emergencies. Number 1, dangers to life. Recognising dangers to life may well be the most essential skill in the early part of your emergency response toolkit. There are a number of different ways a danger to life can occur, and the threat can be to...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?